So it's been a few days. My parents are in town. We haven't filmed anything, but we're getting ready to go north. Tomorrow we're gonna go on the outside to Fort Pierce, stay there for the night, then go on the inside to Cape Canaveral, stay there for the night, then jump out, do a 2-day cruise to Beaufort, do 2 days on the inside up to Atlantic Yacht Basin. That's where Mermaid Monster's gonna be for the next couple weeks. Leo just threw up all over me. It's pouring rain, there's trash everywhere, we just went grocery shopping, we have to return the rental car. This is how it always is the night before we leave, because we always decide last minute because weather is last minute. I'm gonna go to bed and I'll see you guys in the morning for a fun cruise.
We finally have good enough weather to go on the outside. It's been a little while. We're gonna go on the outside. We're gonna go to Fort Pierce. And then the next day is absolutely horrible weather. Horrible weather. Just a little bit farther north of Florida, there's 4.5 meter waves. 4.5 meters. That's big. That's not anything that this is for all of you guys out there that say, you guys have an ocean going boat. You can really handle stuff like that just fine. You know what, I'm inviting you to go to like Six Flags with me or something like that, and we can go on the roller coaster with the 20-foot drop on it or something, and we can ride that for 8 hours, and then you tell me that same thing. If you can tell me that after riding the Six Flags roller coaster for 8 hours straight, you'd be great crew. Great crew. Well, let's see how this goes.
And watch the bow, and I'm gonna stay back here. Hi. Are you chubby goodness, Leo? Hi, chubby. Chubby, chubby, chubby. Do you need help on this turn? Like distance-wise, or are you good? Okay. Thanks for your help, Rooney girl. I'll watch this back port side. We're back. So we're back. It was such a great cruise. Like, we had to turn around, the alignment's off on our boat. It's just life. Shit happens, yo.
Okay, so that did not go as planned. We got out a little bit. We got out maybe 15 minutes, and we noticed that the shaft seemed like it was vibrating a little bit more than the starboard side shaft. It's always had a little bit more movement than the starboard side, but not as much here. So the packing gland was redone, and that is fine, and that's dripping, and we redid it and we got that good, but this is a little odd. So I don't think that, can't really figure out what happened with it. When the boat was on the hard, nothing was done to the shaft at all. And nothing was done to the props except for new coats of anti-fouling on there from Prop Speed, right? So, but luckily, before we leave, the Yacht Tech is all hands on deck, and they were able to get, they're perfect guys out here, the best guys they got out here to be able to really make sure that everything is running just as smooth as they could. So we're working on that now. We're working on just aligning the engine a little bit better to make sure that this shaft has the very best calibration as possible. Good luck. But we did miss our window. New plan. Okay, so I'm always hesitant to do it. I know that everyone always loves it, and I would too. When the really expert service technicians come on the boat and fix things up. And I always am nervous to film because I think, like, I don't want to offend, I want them to do the job, and I don't want to take more time. But in this case, Tony's totally said it's cool. and it's actually really interesting. He's realigning the engine so that the shaft tolerance is a lot better. He's gonna fix our problem. So let's see how this goes. Always makes you a little nervous when you take a pry bar that big on the engine up.
Tony, you want me to mark this side? I've got a little pressure on it.
Yeah, I mean, try wiggling a little.
There we go.
More. There. I saw it move.
It moved.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Little bumps. A little more. A little more. Up. Let me just check that.
I couldn't tell if it went back or not.
I think it may have gone back.
It kind of looked like.
So it kind of jumps out and then it settles back where it was.
Yeah.
It kind of takes it up in the rubber.
Yeah.
Got it.
Before it moves to
Sometimes
base.
it won't move the base.
Okay.
Let's try it one more. Okay.
Ready?
Yep. And
Harder.
one more. One more. Up. Too far.
Too far.
Too far.
You can tell, huh? What? Because you're holding that shim in there.
Well,
Now he's watching the mount.
I'm watching the mount on the stringer.
So you can tell on 20. But I mean, you can just tell by sight that it's more than 2,500 or something.
We'll see.
Okay.
I don't know what that translates into here.
Yeah.
But compared to the first jump, you're saying?
Yeah.
It was great.
I mean, I could be wrong. It could be good.
But I get what you're saying now.
It might be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Who needs experience when you got Casey's luck, right? Like,
All right, so we got 24. And 22 goes in on this side. So there's 23 there.
You have 24 on the other side?
There's 23 there. That's 1,000. Let me see, it's got just a little more on top.
how do you adjust top and bottom though? Is that
Razor and
razor.
You
lowering,
can raise it, okay.
up or down, and either the front or the back.
here.
But that's easier to do though, is it? The up and down?
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward.
Okay. You just and the turn of the
You can just
bolt.
turn. Yeah.
All right, Brooke. We were off by 7 thousandths of the little shims, the 7,000 shim.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, that's what it is. And now they got it down to about 2,500, and they're trying to zero it into as close to zero as we can. Well, no, it's supposed to only be as much as 6,000 out of the line, and it was 7. So it's like he said, it's right on the edge, but we should fix it.
What about the other engine? Is that just the port engine?
No, the other one's fine. You could tell just by looking at it. So
Okay.
luckily we're able to fix this.
What about the hotness? The thing that's hot. It's not supposed to be hot.
The seal, the cutlass spare, no, the packing plant.
Yeah.
That'll be fixed.
Oh, okay.
All right. So now we're going up and down.
Yeah, I think we're gonna, because when I move this,
It goes up but not down.
it seems to go up. So let's raise the front of the engine.
All right. What do you got? Can I have probably a 15, 16.
I have crow's feet.
I don't
And
know if I can get that.
Okay, so we were able to straighten up the alignment much better. So the alignment was off about 6 thousandths. That's the metrics that I got. So they have these different shims, and it was about 6 thousandths. And I guess that's probably like of an inch right there. My guess, it could totally be wrong, but that's my guess. So we got it down to, on the top and bottom, we're pretty much even on both. So that's great. That's like as good as it's gonna get. That one's a little bit easier to adjust. Here, let me see, get a chip. The top and bottom is easier to adjust because you can raise and lower the engine mounts, and that's gonna make that adjustment. Though to move it side to side, it's harder because we're using a pry bar and you're trying to move the entire engine. You saw footage of that before. And so that one's very difficult to get zeroed in. But they got it down to about 15 hundredths. So that is very, very good. As we, do you remember what it was before? It was 7,000. It's about anything over 6,000 is probably not tolerable. So it's about 7,000 before. So, man, I really lucked out on this one to be able to get Yacht Tech to come down here at such short notice right before we're gonna leave, basically the same day, and I got the right guys, that's for sure. I'm impressed. I'm really happy with what the outcome was here, and to know that everything is set up right makes me feel really good.
Good morning. We are just powering up the engines here in a second. We're heading out for a 3-day cruise. A couple days ago we attempted to leave, but the shaft was wobbling on our port engine. We got it all tightened and aligned. We're hoping that corrected it. It's a holiday today, so we'll see how busy it is, but weather seems to be okay right now. So here we go, out on the big ocean. What else? Is that everything?
Engine, the blowers, you turn on the blowers?
Yeah. That's all the green ones. Toured it. That's Grandma and Grandpa and I toured it.
Is it for sale? Wait, is this local house?
So there's this thing floating in the water. Coast Guard wants a picture of it, so I'm gonna take a picture of it for him. Ooh, it stinks. Yep. It's a channel marker. There's a baby on board. Over. You just choose that.
It comes pouring in.
so I just remembered a really funny story. When we were leaving Palm Beach, around Peanut Island, if you don't know where that is, it's just kind of the mouth of the inlet. 2 paddleboarders came and one cut right in front of our boat. And like, we can't stop, we don't have brakes, we're not a car, right? And you would think that the paddleboarder would know that, but instead he just gunned it. Well, he didn't gun it, he just casually went in front of us. So Braden honked the horn. Mind you, our horn on our boat is like really loud, So he honked the horn and I jumped, Rooney jumped, and Captain started barking. I thought the guy on the paddleboard was going to fall off and then surely we would have run him over. Luckily, he got past us just in time because we slowed down a bit. But if you're watching this and you're not a boater, just understand boats don't stop on a dime. They are boats moving on a moving surface. So keep that in mind when you decide to go in front of a 75-ton boat and want to live. So today has been very, very, very interesting. It's not fun, and we haven't cruised for a really long time, well, a couple weeks, so our sea legs are not as strong as they should be, and so we've gone in and out of the Gulf Stream like 3 times, and right now we're riding just on the edge of it, just so it gives us a boost, but we're not right in the dead center of it because we have a northeast opposing wind to the Gulf Stream. It creates these short, steep waves that are absolutely no fun to cruise into. You just end up hobby horsing. And so, yeah, I think I found a somewhat sweet spot where we'll remain here for the next 24 hours. And then we have to make a decision on if we're pulling into Southport, Charleston, Hilton Head, or if we're going all the way to Morehead City. Then it will be a 2-day trip on the inside to where we're gonna be in Norfolk area for the summer. Yeah. Poor Rue, poor Leo, but everyone seems to be doing a little bit better. Oh, and if you have any tricks on helping kids take medicine, that would be great, because Rooney has a really difficult time taking any kind of medicine.
When I close my eyes and hold you close to me,
Hey buddy, take that thing. Hey bud, you're not feeling good either. I'm sorry. Go lay down, okay?
The things you love.
Sometimes it's tricky to know how much to push your family as a captain and a mom and, you know, all the things in between. And this trip tested my limits. I didn't know which route to take. I didn't know where to go. I didn't know when to stop. It was rough.
Lost inside the sound of your heartbeat. My soul unbound, your love has set me free. When I close my eyes and hold you close to me.
Everyone needs this. A date, peanut butter, chocolate chips. So good. Okay, so it's time to turn it into night mode. We go like boop, down here, night mode, close. Okay, so that one's done. We go up here, we go that. This is night mode. Then we start dimming the screens a bit. We'll dim that one later. That's it.
Lost inside the sound of your
Six storms.
The single one.
You guys
Not-
good? You doing good? Thumbs up if you're good.
Yeah, my stomach feels better now.
Because you ate, what did you eat?
Pasta.
That's like what we always
spaghetti.
have.
Kind of like spaghetti bolognese.
It's very specific, Ben. Everyone's sleeping, made lunch, and now we're just driving in this weird weather. And we're offshore by ourselves really far. It's kind of eerie, I'll be honest. It's like cool and not cool at the same time.
So the great dilemma, what do? I have no idea. We could stay in the Gulf Stream and have a good speed, and then we could make it into Morehead City before sunset tomorrow, potentially. But if we don't keep the Gulf Stream speed up, we're not gonna make it in tomorrow night. Here's the problem, is that the swell is building in the Gulf Stream and it's coming from the wrong direction. It's coming from the north. And so it's gonna be about 1.5 meters with about 20 knot winds on our nose. And with the opposing Gulf Stream going north and the swell going south, with the wind on top of the waves, it definitely would not be comfortable. If it's doable, I have no idea. When we left here, we didn't have a good start. We had Rooney, who hates taking medicine. She had 3 spills. What else you call it, you know? And then Leo, first time he's ever gotten sick. And I don't think Rooney's gotten sick for like 3 years. I don't think she's thrown up due to seasickness in like 3 years. And it wasn't horrible, but it was just the way that it was coming. I mean, it was bad, but she's been in bad. Rooney's been in bad, but it's been in the way that it was coming just was unsettling to your stomach. So it makes you kind of feel bad. You want to get out of it. So what we did is we went out of the Gulf Stream, and that slowed us down quite a bit, but it was a lot more comfortable. And now it totally changes everything going forward. So we'll kind of see how it goes.
I'm experiencing major burnout right now. I think having a baby and going through everything I've gone through in the last couple years is hitting me. The schedule we've been pushing and maintaining, I think it's finally caught up with me, and I'm burnt out. I'm tired. I'm not complaining about my life, and I love the boat and I love it, everything about it, but there's times when with anything in life you just need a break, and I'm just feeling like that right now. But there's so many good things that come with it too. Burnout. How does one refresh themselves from a burnout when you know you don't want to quit or stop, but you need your cup filled up again? What do you do?
Night shift, day 2. It's going good. The weather is predicted to be a little bit worse, and it doesn't feel that bad. That's really good. So it's always a surprise when the report comes in worse than the reality, which is nice. So gonna continue going and see where we get to. I think we're gonna have to stop at Southport, which is fine. It's a fun town. Get some ice cream. It'll be good.
Champions. I simply can't cook right now. Barely walk around. It is really hard having a little baby in conditions like this. Because he doesn't feel good. He doesn't know what's going on. And he can't express how he's feeling. And I can just see it in his eyes. And it makes me feel really bad. Like a bad mom. Awful seas are easing off a bit. We're going 7 knots now, and we've got 30 miles to the marina. The original marina we were going to go to, they said they had a slip, and then I was like, you know what, I've done this long enough. We always call and make sure it's deep enough and everything, and we get a slip assignment ahead of time. And then they told us actually it's not deep enough. So I'm glad we called, because we would have gotten and we would not have had a spot. And then I would have cried, because we've been at sea for 3 days and we're tired. It's a lot harder with a little baby. My shoulders and neck are hurting from just bracing him all night in bed because it was so rocky. But yeah, we're going to this place called Deep Point Marina, and it looks new. It looks nice and easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Days are speeding by. There ain't no time to cry about giving up on things I really need, like laying on your chest, no distractions, moving with nowhere to go.
We're almost in. We've got 5.9 miles to then we can tie up to a dock. I think I'm just jumbling my words because my brain is fried. It's been 3 days of brain beating waves, and we're tired and we're ready to go to bed and eat a good meal and shower, and not in that particular order. Yeah. Braden, you want to explain our pickle that we're in right now?
There's no good option. No good option at all. We got to get there before the 10th. The wind is blowing strong enough that it's a good indication that the bridges or the main alligator swing bridge will be closed. That's also when I went aground, is when it was blowing out all the tide, or blowing out all the water. So a little bit of shell shock on that one there. But
well, what do we have coming?
I'm more confident. There's like a huge system. I've heard someone call it a nor'easter.
Is it north enough to be a nor'easter?
It's coming from the north. Does that mean it's a nor'easter? I don't know.
We've been in a few, and they're up there with like little hurricanes.
And so if we wait here, then we have to wait like over 10 days to get anywhere. And I really like Southport, but we already got an extension on our insurance to the 10th, and that would put us past the 10th for sure.
Yeah, see, he can't talk either. Both of us can't talk, we're tired. But yeah, so we gotta figure out a plan quickly. It might involve a single hand cruise. I think people would think that was cool to see, even though I know you don't want to do it. But I think that's an interesting thing.
I just think it's the same thing to everyone else.
Anyway, I better put the camera down because I gotta drive us into this marina. peace out. We'll talk to you when we get to the dock and we'll share a little bit about this last trip.
Let's get us a good plan, 'cause I'm so sick and tired of running. Baby, come on home, come on home, and pull me close, baby love. Kiss me the way I like it. I'm sick and tired of fighting, it just feels so wrong. Pull me close.
Very unhappy Leo. Are you happy? Yeah, so this is Deep Point in Southport. The next stop is River Dunes, Oriental, where you swam and played with Kaylee and Bryce. Yeah. We're gonna go explore.